you can see the team starting to collapse into 7 arrow shapes. As they reach the top of the loop, they will slow to about 150 miles per hour with a height of approximately 5,500 feet. Red 1 brings the formation to the right hand side. Red 1 this year is squadron leader Tom Bowles. Tom is in his second year on the team and has previously been Synchro leader in 2017. He has also flown Typhoon operationally, as well as being a former qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-Mark II and Tucano, and was also the Tucano display pilot. The smoke comes on as Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 make their way back to the rear of the formation, formating our first shape, space-themed shape. Once again, get your cameras ready for the shuttle roll. As the formation rolls to the left, to the right hand side, you will see closest in is Red 2 Flight Lieutenant Stu Roberts. He's in his first year on the team, having previously flown Typhoon on 11 and 12 squadrons at RAF Coningsby. And his opposite number on the left hand side is Red 3 Flight Lieutenant Patrick Kershaw, known as Paddy. He is a former Tornado GR4 pilot, as well as flying the Typhoon on 11 and 12 squadrons at RAF Coningsby also. The smoke comes on from Reds 4 and 5, and once again Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 form a line abreast, just sat behind Red 6. The Red Arrows are based at RAF Scampton. RAF Scampton was the famous base for the famous Squadron 617, the Dam Busters, in World War II. Scampton will close at the end of this year and the team will move to RAF Waddington. In a tribute to the base, its history and its squadron, and now that the F-35 5th generation fighter is flown by the F-617, this is the Lightning Loop. As the team turn to the left, on the far right hand side is Red 4 Squadron Leader John Bond, known as Bundy. Bundy is in his 5th year on the team, having previously served as the Synchro leader in 2021. He is a former qualified Typhoon pilot operationally and a qualified flying instructor on the Tucano, where he was the 2012 display pilot. Once again, Reds 4 and 5 smoke as Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 move up the formation to sit behind Red 1. Go is the call made by Red 7 as 6 moves to the right hand side to sit behind 2 and 7 behind 3 on the left hand side. Once again, get your cameras ready for the Phoenix roll. As the team rolls to left, you can see the iconic shape of the Hawk aircraft. The Hawk has been in service with the Royal Air Force since 1976, and it's been with the Red Arrows since 1979, where it replaced the Pollard Gnat. With the closure of 100 Squadron Royal Air Force Squadron and 726 Royal Naval Squadron at March 2022, this makes the Red Arrows the sole operator of the Hawk T-Mark I in the United Kingdom. 4 and 5 smoke again as they make their way to the very rear of the formation. The Royal Air Force is aware that it needs to adapt and develop its capabilities, and on the 1st of April 2021, UK Space Command was formed, as the Royal Air Force acknowledges that space plays an important part in all military operations of air, land, sea and the cyber domains. It attributes an acknowledgement to the importance of space with a shape that represents the lunar landing craft of the early 1960s space missions. This is Apollo. Is eclat, which means excellent. This means that every personnel member of the squadron, from the officer commanding all the way down to the most junior, is trying to strive for excellence in everything that we do. And of course we are aware that we are the guardians of that motto for only 3 to 5 years, in which case we try and leave the squadron in a better place for those that join behind us. But you can see now that Red 6 and 7 have now joined alongside 2 and 3 with Red 4 and 5 in trail. As they bend around the right for one of the crowd favourites and dynamic and colourful, representing a combat aircraft which is no longer in service but was on operations for nearly 40 years, Southport, get your cameras ready for the Tornado. The board call is made as Reds 5 and 4 roll around the smoke of the rest of formation. Watch for the colour change as Red 1 brings the formation around to the right. As Reds 4 and 5 smoke blue and red respectively. Red 5 is Flight Lieutenant Dave Simmons, known as Simo. Simo is a former Tornado pilot and also flown the Harrier and the F5 while on his stint in the United States Marine Corps. 2022 is an important year for the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth, as Her Majesty the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, celebrates 70 years on the throne, making her the longest Queen in history. In tribute to the prestigious occasion of her Jubilee, Platinum Jubilee, get your cameras once again ready for the colourful Jubilee Presents. You can see that the aircraft are flying with their air brakes out or door at the bottom of the aircraft. This allows that the throttle is set at a higher setting, therefore making a hotter engine gas temperature, which means that the smoke burns more brightly. As we come to the end of the first half, you will have seen some graceful formation flying involving 7 aircraft. Formation flying is a core skill of all military pilots, but I think you'll agree that the Red Arrows take it to the next level with some graceful formation flying and significant aerobatics and formation changes. As we go into the second half, you'll see the formation split into 2 sections. You have Reds 1 through 5, they are now known as Enid. Enid is named after Enid Blyton's famous 5 from the children's series books, with Red 6 and 7 now the Synchro pair, led by Red 6, the Synchro lead. And in the second half, the Synchro pair are responsible for the high-speed, fast, dynamic passes, with the whole part of the second show to show the agility of the Hawk and the skill of the pilots. As the team face up towards it, you can see the nose lights of the aircraft with Enid on top and Synchro below. Once again, get your cameras ready for the detonator.
go.
Synchro pair breaking away for a good red 7 smoking red and red 6 smoking blue. As they pull up to approximately 2,000 feet before setting themselves back towards the display line. They will dive down to approximately 100 feet with a closing speed of over 700 miles per hour. And they'll perform a series of barrel rolls in the double rolls. Look to your front right 45 degrees and you can see Enid coming in once again, smoking white. They change to the red, white and blue as they pull up and perform a series of barrel rolls in the sky, leaving a snake-like smoke trail in the sky in a manoeuvre we like to call the Python. As Enid leaves the displayer, keep looking to your left and to your right and you'll see the Synchro pair coming back in for their next manoeuvre. Once again, red 6 and 7 pulling towards each other at that 100 feet and over 700 miles per hour. They will cross in the Boomerang. Each aircraft now pulling up hard, pulling 5G. That means everything about them is now weighing 5 times heavier than what you and I are as we stand on the beach. Reaching a height of approximately 2,500 to 3,000 feet, they are inverted with 60 degrees nose down before they roll erect and back down to about 100 feet to complete the Boomerang. You can see Enid running in. Reds 2 and 3 smoke red as they perform a barrel roll around Reds 4 and 5. Reds 4 and 5 smoke blue as they perform a barrel roll rounds 2 and 3 in one of the manoeuvres which is the hardest for our new pilots each year to master. This is the rollback. Looking to your right hand side and you can see the Synchro pair coming back in with red 7 in trail on red 6. The call is made as red 7 smokes the red, white and blue rolling around the smoke of red 6. Red 7 is Flight Lieutenant James Turner, JT. He's in his third year on the team, having previously flown Typhoon as a former qualified flying instructor. Southport, give the Synchro pair a massive round of applause. Once again, the Synchro pair, keep your eye on them as they pull 5G as they're coming back towards us. Leading that is the Synchro lead, Squadron leader Gregor Ogston. He's in his 4th year on the team, having previously flown Harrier and Typhoon operationally, and is a former qualified flying instructor on the Hawk Mark II. He smokes the blue as he bends left, and if you look to your right front, you will see the Enid formation now forming an inverted V. Red 6 lining up. Get your cameras ready for the colourful double goose. A little bit right now. Each aircraft is fitted with a smoke pod. That smoke pod is capable of giving us 5 minutes of white smoke, 1 minute of blue smoke and 1 minute of red smoke. And therefore each display is carefully choreographed to ensure that we have the right smoke at the right time in the display and that we don't run out. But look directly to your front and you can see the Synchro pair once again coming in. Once again, pulling up at 5G with Red 7 in trail on Red 6. Get your cameras ready for the crowd favourite of the Synchro Heart. The Red Arrows say Tom Bowles, Red 1, would like to dedicate today's heart to his parents, David and Jackie. Corporal Adam Fletcher of Togger would like to dedicate today's heart to his wife Lauren and his daughters Bella and Sophie. And I would also like to dedicate today's heart to my cousin Billy, his partner Becky, their sons Josh and Ollie, and my good friends Rob and Sue Jones. Once again, give the Synchro pair a massive round of applause for producing such a wonderful heart on the seaside over Southport, as they perform and come round for their last pass with that 100 feet and over 700 miles closure in a manoeuvre which was named by a viewer of the One Show in 2020. This is Crossbow. Look directly to your front and you can see Enid formation coming back in and that line abreast smoking white. The Red comes on from Red 1 as he performs a series of barrel rolls around the smoke, making the infinity symbol in the infinity break. For Southport, it's been an absolute pleasure to perform for you today, but please put your hands together for the 2022 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows! Red 1 puts the white smoke on as he gathers the rest of the formation before they return back to their operating base of Blackpool Airport. As I said, absolute pleasure to perform for you today. I hope you've really enjoyed our show. If you'd like to find out more information about the Red Arrows, we are on social media, raf.mod.uk/Red Arrows. We're on Twitter at RAF Red Arrows and Facebook RAF Red Arrows. I will be at the commentator spot for the next 10-15 minutes if you'd like to ask any more questions. If you'd like to ask any more questions, I'll also be selling our Squadron print for 2022, which has been signed by all the pilots. Cash only, I'm afraid, and apart from that, hope you've had a wonderful day, but thanks for your support. Good day.
Oh, thank you very much indeed. Squadron Leader Graham Muscat there, Red 10. Wonderful.